Okay, well it's Sunday, 23rd of July. It's just come up to 1:30 in the afternoon. Couldn't get down midweek, or couldn't get down Friday or Saturday night either. But I didn't fancy it particularly anyway, because it was we had torrential winds and rain on Friday and Saturday. So yeah, I've come down to what is hopefully an empty lake. I've just stopped at the first swim, the day swim, just to have a look to see if I got any fish on top to have a go at with mixers or whatever, before I choose a swim for the night. So yeah, there doesn't need to be anything out there. No. Water's coloured up a bit in there. There doesn't appear to be any fish in this back bit, so we'll carry on round the lake. Okay, well it's come up to 3 o'clock now. I'm set up in the island swim, almost ready to go. I'm going to be fishing the same spots as I did the other week. So one's going to be going out, the left one at 20.5 wraps, out towards the tall tree out there, where I had a couple of fish, and the other one's going to be going at 19 wraps up the side of the island. On the same baiting approach, I'm going to put a little bit more out on the left than the right. Mainly because I know that the right will have been fished this weekend. Someone would have been in here and bait would have gone out there, I'm sure. So yeah, that's the plan. One thing I'm going to be changing is one of my rigs, because particularly as someone asked me not that long ago, when I lost a fish on the other water right at the net, and the lead appeared to play a part in ejecting the hook, or the fish shedding the hook. You know, why don't I dump the leads? And the reason for that is, well, I'm a bit tight. I don't like dumping leads, they're quite expensive. So what I'm going to do is switch to a sort of running lead system on one of the rods, which should help with you know, the fish not being able to use the lead to eject the hook, or split the hook. So what I've come up with is this, which is not my own idea, but I quite like the idea. I'm going to be fishing a lead clip where I've cut the lead off, sorry, the clip off here, so that just pushes on the tail rubber. I've got what I've dropped, a quick change swivel there that just pushes in lightly in the end there of the lead clip, quick change swivel, and the tail rubber, but where the lead's going to be on a clip here, it's on a large run ring. It just pushes on the tail rubber like that, and to me that gives me 3 chances of moving quickly to a running lead system. Either the swivel pulls out, so that's the free running part with the lead on, or the tail rubber pulls off, and that's my free running part, or the swivel pops off the tail rubber. So yeah, I thought that's quite neat, that. So that's what I'm going to try, and we'll see how we get on. Right, I'm going to put this rig on the one of the rods, and then we'll get going. And there we have the finished article. And it sits, because the way the lead's on, it kicks the hook link really far away from the lead. Whatever it is weeded up. It's coming too easy now. I think it's a tench. Not even a fish, it's just weed. Dumped in the weed. Well, I didn't even get a chance to talk to you, did I, before that one went off? Yeah, whatever it was clever, dumped me in the weed like that. I felt, after it initially weeded me up, I just felt another little bit of give. That must have been it shedding the hook. So I'm telling myself it was a tench, not a proper fish. Yeah. So yeah, let's hope I have a repeat in here of the other week. When I had a couple of fish, that would be nice. But that take I had on the right hand rod, I changed the hook bait, even though it had only been on for an hour. And I've got this thing that if a fish has picked up the hook bait, that it may just leave some sort of fear scent or something, pheromone, or I don't know, on the bait. So yeah, I always superstitiously change the hook bait if I've had a take. Never use the same one twice. Problem with that is I get through them at a fair rate, especially when the tench are active. So what I could do is a nice take, you know, early evening, and perhaps another one in the night, and then pack up in the morning a very happy Kev. Yeah. Here we have another tench. Green. Green. We haven't had one of those in a while. Well, I just need a carp now, don't I, for the full set? It's just coming up 6 o'clock now. I guess, you know, that's the trade-off with using pellet and stuff. But I don't mind, you know, having the odd tension bream if it means getting to the carp. So yeah, hopefully the carp will come in and push those other fish out. Yeah. It might be a bream again. We've been out about 15 minutes since the last one. Tench. Okay, well it's 8:15 now. Not been bothered by the tench or bream for the last few hours, so that's good. Morning. It's 5:30 now. I've been up since about 4:30 because I got a good night's sleep. Not a bleep. Yeah, weird. So yeah, I'll be alright at work today. So what, a couple of hours now till I've got to be off. I did hear a fish as well, a fish or two crashing out there. So yeah, they're active, but not over my rods. Oh well, the carp didn't come in and push the tension bream out. There you go. I'll be back at some time during the week, so I'll see you then. Okay, well it's Wednesday, 26th of July. It's just come up to 7:30 now. Got down here about 5 after work. There's a few down tonight, and I've come in here, the New Point swim. Fishing completely blind, so just dropped in here because it's convenient. And you know, I've got all the bait to myself. So yeah, car's just there. I just hoof the gear in the car in the morning, wet, and be off. It started raining actually about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it's forecast to just to rain right through the night. So yeah, I'm in for a wet one. Not seen anything in the time I've been setting up. There's plenty of bird life out there, so if they're disturbing the weed or pulling it up, whatever, eating it, if there's fish out there sitting in the weed, it might get them moving about a bit. But yeah, I'm not massively confident, but I'm out fishing, so yeah, all's good. Right, well it's just about dinner time, so I shall catch up with you a bit later. I think it's a tench. A very compliant carp. It's a little soft carp. Okay, but that had been out only about 3/4 of an hour. So I think I'm going to have to put some more bait out in a minute. I've got myself a little stocky mirror that's I'm sure has come out the other lake. Okay, let's have a look at that. Look at that. Lovely little fella. Do the other side, back. There we go. Oh gee, should weigh you, shouldn't I? For future reference. Will come out a monster later on. £12. Right, come on in. That was okay. I'll take that little fella over a blank. On for the future. There's been one or two that have been put in here that have really grown on. So upper 30s now. Well, one of them at least came out the other week. Yeah, so yeah, all looks good for the future. Put it back out there with more bait, half a dozen spods, at 17 wraps. That spot is just this side of where the weed sort of flanks that bank over there, and the right hand one is down in the corner there at 19 wraps. Again, just this side of where the weed ends, and a nice little gravel patch actually. Nice bit of broken ground. So yeah. Right, time to sort myself out and get it back out there. It's 20 past 8 now. Still not eaten, so I'm going to have my dinner now. But I'm quite happy to be interrupted again. So, you know, I'll see you soon. Morning. It's 6:30 now. Been up since about 5:30. Nothing doing. The odd bleep on each rod during the night, which was spaced out nicely enough just to keep me awake. Yeah, but no, I managed to get a few hours sleep on and off. So I'm going to have my second coffee now. And then it will be a swift pack away, chuck everything in the car, back to work. Well, it's 7:30 now, all packed up. That little stocky saved me a blank, so I'm grateful to him for that. I can't do most of the weekend, but I may be able to get down here Sunday. Whenever I am down next, I'll see you then. Okay, we're into August. It's Wednesday, 2nd of August. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock in the evening now. I got down here about 5:30. I'm in the island swim, as you can see. I've got a slightly extended overnighter in that I've been off today, and I'm off for the rest of the week pulling our kitchen out because we're having a new kitchen fitted. So I haven't got to be off to about, I don't know, 9:30, 10, something like that tomorrow morning. Yeah. When I got down there was only one other person on the lake who was in the plateau swim. I drove round and had a look at all the swims, looked for fish, couldn't find any, and so I've jumped in here and I'm fishing the same spots that I did when I last fished in here, last couple of times. So yeah, call that sign that it's bright. I might have to put my shades on in a minute. the sun has only just come out. We've had 2 days of horrendous rain and gales and winds, and the wind is just, it was windy when I first got down there, but the wind has just dropped off now, as it typically does in the evening. But I'm going to talk with shades on, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I've timed it about right actually, because I wouldn't have. It was horrendous to set up in if you'd have come down the last couple of nights. So yeah, although that was the lowest of the low pressure that swept in, it was be picking up a little bit slightly now. But never mind. I'm out. I'm fishing, and who knows? I may be in with a chance. I've not seen anything in the time that I've been setting up. But yeah, fingers crossed, eh? Right, I am starving because I've been working very hard today on that kitchen. So yeah, I'm going to have my dinner, a couple of beers, and I'll catch up with you later. Weeded up. Yeah, it is weeded up. Weeded up again. Oh. Oh, I've lost it. Oh. Oh, damn. The weed's becoming a bit of a pain in this swim. Yeah. That take was just after 9 o'clock. It looked a bit tenchy, didn't it, at the take? But unless the tench was already weeded up, it felt like a fish, a proper fish. Yeah. But pretty much immediately weeded me up, got it free, weeded itself up again, so as I got it closer in. I just walked back with a rod a bit and hook pulled. Yeah, I can't quite tell myself it was a tench, so let's see if I get another chance, eh? Not doing much. Weed on it, I think. Now it's woken up. Yes. Yes. Okay, well it's just come up to 10 o'clock. I thought that right hand rod might go off. So the rod tip bent round as I was putting the left hand one out. .22. Very spawned out looking 22. Cricket bat. Wonder what you normally go, mate. Hey, go back now. Okay, well that feels better. I can go to sleep and relax now. I've got one on the bank. I think I've absolutely nailed the recast as well. I've shone my torch and where my line's pointing, I can make out the edge of the overhang, and I'm right on that, I think. So yeah, never know, it could be good for another take. I've heard fish as well, like a fish further over the back there crashed whilst I was sorting myself out. So yeah, you never know, I could see you again in the night. Yes. Oh, that's a nice alarm call. I'd been up a little bit, but not long, only about 15 minutes. I was just boiling the kettle for my first coffee of the morning. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was to start with. It did nothing, and it was in some weed, and then it kited across. I thought, that's no tench. So yeah, I'll just finish this before it gets cold, and then I'll get the fish out and we'll have a look. Okay, well he's only a little fella, but he didn't fight like one. I hope he doesn't fight me on the mat like that as well. Wound there, I'll treat that in a minute. 14 and a half. Yeah. Quickly to the other side and I'll treat you. Oh, it's got lifted scale. Back. Tench time, I think. Fish has just shown on the right end spot, just as I'm about to put the left one back out. Okay, well it's coming up 9:30 now. I suppose I better start a slow pack away. I was quite encouraged by a fish showing over the right hand rod up the upside of the island there, but no, it hasn't showed again. So yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed that something happens in the next, you know, hour and a half.
Did they get in?
Tench, I think. Okay, well only that extra tench then, but I'll be back tomorrow night hopefully for another overnighter, probably just slotting in somewhere. In the meantime, if you like this video then please like, give it a thumbs up, get out there and catch some whackers. I'll see you next time.